So we had to as we said it a lot of times, we had to find solution last year, and maybe we didn't do all of them right. That's how it is when you are under pressure time-wise. You have to make this decision for 2 days after and stuff like this. And I think in the moment when we started playing and trusting 100% Reece and Nate, in that moment all the other things fell in place as well. And that's when we got stability back, and that's when we were much more ourselves again than before. And that was then probably, not losing at all a game since then is for sure. You know that in moments we needed luck or whatever, a late goal or these kind of things. But in general, we know when we are on top of our game, we are difficult to play. When we are difficult to play, that means we have a chance to win the game, and that's what we try. And obviously, we didn't win all of them. We drew a lot, but that's most of the draws were probably closer to a win than that we could have lost the game. So that just shows. But we feel really responsible for performing, I can tell you. So that's and the boys do as well. It's not that we want to get through a game somehow. We want to be, the best version of ourselves in these games, and that's what we try all the time. And it doesn't work out all the time, but that doesn't mean before the next one we shouldn't try again. And that's exactly what will happen again on Saturday. And there's no guarantee that you then get any kind of results. But for me, it's still the only chance to have the opportunity to get a result, and that's what we try. But we tried it, I tell you, before the Real Madrid away game as well. It just didn't work out that well, probably because of some poor decisions of mine.
Did you ever have any doubt that this team would rise again without making massive changes? You did say you didn't need anything.
No, I didn't doubt it, but I didn't really think about it. So it's always, if we go now back again to the transfer business or whatever, it's always a mix of what you want, what you can get, stuff like this, and then. But it was always clear last year. It just honestly, just you all forgot it. How massive a difference it is when you lose pretty much your whole defense in October, pretty much. It was around about now, I think, and then from that on, we had to juggle around with injuries, Champions League, all cup competition and stuff like this. That's really a big problem. But everybody expects you still to win all the games. You're still Liverpool. There come out a few injuries. Everybody has a few injuries, but not on one position. And that was our problem. So when we solved that problem, it was clear that we will be better again. And that's the situation now. That doesn't mean we will win because if there's any kind of competition, but it gives us a chance, and we never needed more. And it's really, I think in life it's really important that you stay calm when everybody is really excited. So, and that's what we try to do, to make the right decisions in these moments. And we are happy with the squad we have. But we have a lot of problems in the moment. We have midfield players out. It was we had 8 midfield players when the season started. Now around about 4 in the moment. So it's not too cool. So, but there are always problems. We just have to try to sort them. And you can never, I don't know a solution for these kind of problems, which you can buy in the transfer window. That you say, okay, another 4 or 5 players, then you will never have that problem again in any position. That's maybe true. But you can never have the atmosphere in a squad, which is much more important to win something with a squad with 40 players. That's just not possible. So, because we spoke about it, you have to keep the players happy, or you have to, I'm not sure that's the right thing, but the players need to see that they have a chance to get in the team if they perform on their highest level, and that's with 40 players obviously not the case. And that's probably the only solution for injury crises when you have that amount of players. So you cannot solve that. Means you have to take what you get, to use what you get or got, and then play the best possible football.
No disrespect to Brighton, this question, but ordinarily on paper you might look at tomorrow's game and think that it would be a chance to perhaps rest someone like Mo Salah, given the games coming up against Madrid. And well, I love your reaction. That's the question. Is that a conversation you've ever had with Mo, and how does that go? Because he seems like somebody who would want to play every minute of every game.
Yes, he wants, but still never did it. But he wants that. That's true. But so forget pretty much the first part of your question completely, please. And to rest players against Brighton, that would be a crime, actually. Brighton is much too good. They had a brilliant start. Yes, now the last few results were maybe not exactly like they wished for, but that's a real special game in the league. It's a real special game. If you didn't watch it yet, watch the City game back, and you understand immediately what I'm talking about.